show, art night. We're going to be trying a sunset here. I'm just going to be layering in some colors. It's not going to be an exact color match, but you know, as you can see, it's got a lot of big sky and kind of maybe some different tones, kind of hazy in here. I didn't strap the paper down this time, and so we're just trying it. Everything's all loose. Paper is going to buckle. It's going to do all that stuff, but it's going to be okay. I'm working off of 100% cotton paper, and so what it is there's a car coming here, coming at you. It's at sunset. The sun is blinding you. It is so bright, it's blinding you. It's so bright, it's just dark looking into the sun. Everything is silhouetted. So we should be able to do this pretty fast. I'm running a couple different colors here. What I'm starting out here is this is yellow ochre. And then that's kind of the darker color. We're going to add another color into it that's darker. And then some lighter color. So the darker color that I'm going to add to this is the burnt umber. That's this one. It's sort of a reddish tone. Let's just thin it down with a bunch of water. And if we need any extra help, I do have a hair dryer plugged in. That's just so we can just go as fast as possible. Fast as possible. Of course, the only thing that would be faster would be to have this all pre-recorded and then speed the thing up like to 10,000 miles an hour. But that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. We're doing live painting. We're doing a live art painting. And with that, I'm giving you my fastest possible speed. And if you watch this on the playback, you are looking at an ASMR sleep aid, or just a plain sleep aid. Because I'll do my best to stay in character throughout the whole experience. Stay in character through the whole experience to give my best Bob Ross voice go. And so we're just kind of layering in some colors. And over here, this is where the sun is. Where the sun is. And kind of hazy down there. I think I'll just pick up some of this yellow. Welcome, Angel. Welcome, Elaine. Welcome. So we have the mountains in the background. Everything is just sort of a hazy color. Welcome. I haven't done a Friday night painting session for like 2 weeks, actually. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It's been a long time. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I can multitask I'm the screen is right at my eye level. Okay, welcome guest 33 13 37. Welcome. Welcome admin 73. Welcome. Welcome to a Friday night live stream. Well, at least it's night for me on the Pacific. I think I'm going to leave some of those spots in here. What I'm going to do is we want to, so we have where the sun is at, some brightness to it. Brightness. And so we just going to want to paint around that. But essentially what we're doing here is we're blocking the colors in. We're blocking the colors in. And to really get this to come out bright, I'm going to be using some fluid acrylics and maybe some of this fluorescent chartreuse or this, so it's Iman. Your name is, oh, I see. It's not admin. You're Amen. Amian. Okay. Amian. Thank you. So this will help adding these fluid acrylics to it. I can get the, I can get this area to be much brighter. So we're just, at this point in time, we're just going to paint right around here, right around there. And then this is the edge here. And so we're going to be adding in the next, we're going to add in this shape. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Welcome. I'm going to add in this shape in here. So that's where the tree line is. We're just going to do it really loose. We're not going to be painting with a lot of detail here. And because painting loose is a good exercise as well. It's a really good exercise to do that, because meaning painting loose is that you are putting the colors in is suggestive, not putting all the little details in. So I did, I got that line in there, but that was just a more just to frame things up in my little sketch. So up here, that line's going to get a little bit loose, a little bit looser here. And there we go. Maria, welcome. All right, Amian, welcome. And we'll see you when you come back. I think I want to go and add in some red. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe that. Farley. Christopher Farley. How long has it been? Like 6 months since you last came in, Christopher Farley? Maybe longer? So I'm going to come up to taking this. Let's see, we got to go light, and then we go from light to darker, because we're dealing with watercolors and not. So I got some burnt umber here. So I think I'm going to start into this area, and we're just going to loosely put the colors in like this, and just to give it some shape. And I'm going to spread that color around. Maybe we can cover up that line a bit. I'm going to come up. So, and then we're going to just kind of get this in here. So it seems like here's the road. Oh, well, I got some things done. I got some things done with my weed whacker. I got most of the grass around the house trimmed up. And I got my hose out for my garden. Of course, some nasty deer, well, I don't know, some deer came by and um, a deer stopped by in the night and ate some of my tomato plants. So I'm going to take this green and put it in here and put that in there. The colors are blending together, they're running together. I want to get that line out of there, that edge line for there. There we go. And how was your day, Maria? All right. I'm going to just take this burnt umber and roll it right onto the paper. Get it to texture it out. So it's just loose colors. And get it in there to darken it up a bit. I'm going to let it dry a bit, and then we're going to do something else. Mr. Farley, hello, hello. All right, now we have the road surface. I think I want this road surface to be more of this red color. I'm going to try to get it to go so we have some light into it. So we have the places where there's light and there's places where there's not. And so we're going to first start with the lighter colors, and then we're going to go in and make it darker. I'm not going to paint it exactly like that because that would be kind of boring, but we're going to do it like this color here. I think I remember you. I think I do. But if I Mr. Farley, it's my recollection is that it's been probably 6 months or more since you've come into one of my chats, right? Miss L, Citizen L, welcome. So coming in like that. All right. This is really dark over here, so I think I'm going to just take it. I want the color with this things to go. I think I'll just use this burnt umber here. We're going to roll it in here like this. Yeah. You watch my streams. So like I was saying, I think that it has been probably 6 months since you last came in. And anyway, for the last several months, I've had my streams play at a much earlier time, and then I've also been doing a lot of interviews. Like tomorrow night, have an interview going on, interviewing a lady, and we're going to be talking about animal consciousness. So I have some different things going on. I think I want to go and take some of this Prussian blue and kind of put it in here. It's going to make it more like a Payne's gray. Bye. Bye, Mr. Farley. Thank you for coming back in for just a few minutes anyways. it's kind of darkening things up a bit. I don't want to make it too dark. It's going to be a little bit, so it's there. This is probably going to be a boring piece. It just feels boring already. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for coming back and just for a few minutes. I really appreciate that. And what color do I want that to be? I mean, let's just do straight up yellow. And then I can do a different color on top of it. After it dries, we'll use this yellow over here in the background. So we got a mountain here. And because I went over here and I put that fluid acrylics down, not quite dry yet, we can see clear through it a little bit. Here we go. Got some of this. Anyway, I've been meaning to paint this reference photo for a long time. And now here we are. We are at this spot now. So this is lighter than this area here. And so we got a little bit darker in there. We can come up on top of that light area and just add in that yellow ochre. Kind of get, it's just kind of suggestive that it's there. And I'm going to come in over this other yellow, and we're going to put in this as well. It's going to layer it in. I want to get it that sense of the light, and there. It doesn't have to be an exact match. Not an exact match, but just enough of a match that when we come back in and add some more colors in, that these colors will layer through. And go back over here now and go back in with some more of this Prussian blue. I'm going to put that in just to darken things up. Let's just move it over a bit. Darken things up. Painting loose. Just loose and fast. Fast and loose. Maybe this is like a rock face instead of a tree face. And that's fine too. Actually, that would just make it just a bit more interesting. It's a sheer rock face. I like that. Kind of like the Palisades that when I was driving through to from Centralia to Yakima Valley on my way to see Black Sabbath in 2014. There were roads that had these sheer rock faces like this. And yeah, I like that idea. I'm just going to put this in here a little bit more. Kind of these different colorations in there. Maybe we'll just take this other green. We're going to layer it in right on the side. Maybe like there's some bushes or something. I'm going to put this in here. your canopy of trees out there. Up here. Trees, happy trees. Gotta have happy trees. Little happy little sun. Yeah, let's just leave it like that. And I'm going to come in and bring this in up over here. Grassy side hill. Just add a little more water in here just to blend it in. Blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. It's about like that. And what are we going to do? We're going to come back in here. You're going to add some more burnt umber in here. I just want that, just to give it a texture like it's just coming down like this. Maybe it's, you're just standing off on the road someplace and you're just, see this here? Just sort of a brown. It's out in the fall time. Brown, brown, brown. Brown, brown, brown. Brown, brown, brown. The ground is brown. You have happy trees too. Yeah. Well, it is 22 minutes in. What do you think? 22 minutes in. I need to add this other, this is a lens flare over here, but it looks like it's maybe a UFO is coming in, or it's some other kind of thing going on. Yeah. All right. We're going to come back in with this, some more of that Prussian blue. Kind of darken things up a bit. Road surface is just sort of a darker color. And you're just kind of approaching the road, going uphill. We're kind of getting this a darker value optically, changing the colors optically. It looks like a moon. Yeah, it does. I don't know if I'm going to put it in here, but maybe the next time I try this painting, this is I took this photo in the fall of 2019 when I was so this was, I was coming home from work. I was waiting tables at that time. I wasn't bartending, I was just waiting tables, coming home from work. And I saw this sun just like that. I pulled over. Here's the side of the road. I pulled over and I took that photo because I thought this would make a wonderful painting someday. And so this is my first time painting this picture here. We're trying to, but we're going to be, I'm going to probably try it several more times. And then I'm going to do this thing and just straight up and down acrylics, heavy body acrylics. Eventually, I wanted to, but I wanted to see first if it would work that way, because sometimes photographs you take do not necessarily mean they're going to translate into beautiful paintings, and so, but you may have to do other things to them to make it make them into more beautiful painting, you know, stuff. And I think that, like that, like we're just going to leave this loose today. Come back to it. Let's see, there's some more road here. I think we're going to come in and take this ultramarine blue and we're going to add it in here. And just to get it, try to straighten things up a bit. And yeah, adding light to it. I don't want to add the black or that in it because, anyways, just because I want it, I want the painting to maintain some light, just some light. And if I go in and put like that Payne's gray on here, it'll just make it see, it changed it to be that color anyway. Adding that ultramarine blue on here, blending all those other colors in here, and it made it just like it was Payne's gray. And maybe come up here with some of this green. I'm going to put that green in here. Here's the ditch. Ditch. All right. Sorry, I had to step away there to help somebody use a remote control. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, coming up there and bringing in this color this way. That's right. Don't ever get old. You know, when you get older, it's kind of hard to figure out how to do things, you know. I'm going to run this in here, this color coming in down here. That's right, don't ever get old. There we go. All right, I think this, I'm going to come in, let's see. Okay, we are going to do, we're going to change paints just a little bit. This is a fluid acrylic. And I'm going to use this as a kind of going in here. It'll brighten up the yellows. Keep this thing like it's a big giant fireball in the sky. I'm going to keep the white in here, just so it's really bright. I'm going to do just a little bit of this. You at your grandmother and mother, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's, I've been working on with my mom for 5 years on how to operate that remote control. They've had the TV for, she's 85, and she got it when she was like 70 something, and she couldn't operate it then, didn't understand, and it was just like, what, a year after Dad died, I think? Dad died in 2012? Yeah, 2012. And so, but it's just repetition, things like that. It's not easy to do things. I mean, I have a computer that a friend gave me. It's with a Linux operating system. I don't know how to use that, but and I don't know how to use it. Linux is a big mystery to me, but I'm getting sick and tired of, I'm sick and tired of paying Microsoft $16 a month for an operating system I'm not even using, actually. I'm just going to bring in here these tongues of fire and this really bright now. You can see the effect that you have here when you do this, and you leave a piece of white for that sunset in it, brings out, it really brings out the brightness of it, and you can really simulate the brightness of a sunset by just doing steps like this. Maybe even if you do an underpainting first, then you're going to just take some, some layers of heavy body acrylic paints, or if you're oil painting, I don't know what you're using. I've never painted with oils before, so I really don't know how they behave. I know that you can approximate oil paints with acrylics, and that just happens from by using glazing fluids and mediums and things like that. And yeah, and so that you can do that, get those approximations. And so what do you think here with this super bright spot here? I think we're going to want to come in. We're just going to choose. Somebody's yelling at me again. I'll be right back. All right, sorry, I'm back now. I had to. Mom was at the end of a series, and so it got kicked out all the way, and she just wanted to watch the last 10 minutes of it. Anyways, that's that. I'm gonna put this bright yellow in here, layering those colors in so we get the light into it. And anyways, so we got that around there, and then we're going to put some headlights in here. I think I'm not going to use. Hey man, Demoden, how you doing? I've been thinking about you off there and on the other side of the world. I wonder how he's doing. I need some heavy body. Well, you know, I've been doing a lot more interviews lately, and this is actually, and so we're gonna come in. Oh, what was that? Oh, this is water. Well, oh, welcome back. Yeah, had to step away for a minute too. We're gonna put the headlights in. So there we go. It's got the headlights. And while we're here, I'm thinking I'm gonna take some of this black. It is a thin down black, and I'm going to put it in here to these. Looks like there's more than one sign here. Put some signs in. What is that? Is that like a... There wouldn't be a road sign over there, so I'm not even going to bother with that one. I'm not going to bother with it. So maybe we have a line here. And... Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's good, being good. Gonna put this in here, so maybe more like that. Yeah, so we'll have to put some light in here. All right, well, you know what? We're just gonna do some stuff here. We're combining our mediums. Let's put a tree in here. Hopefully it'll work out. And just put this in here, some foliage. All right, maybe another tree. Happy little tree here. This, see, the black that I mixed up here is really more like a fluid. I made it more like a fluid or acrylic. I didn't buy any fluid or acrylic blacks because I have so much black on hand. And what would make this good is if we put a big tall tree here in the background, in the foreground, so it'll bring out the depth of the background. Like that. All right. Maybe another one. What do you think? Taller one? Because it's like closer in. Maybe come in closer like that. Maybe taller and closer. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. And then we'll get a sense of, since it's at sunset, everything is silhouetted. We don't have to worry about coloring, and we can go back in over it with some other colors later to get it to. There we go. So what do you think? Oh, actually, I'm really kind of liking this. Let's do another tree coming right up here. Whoosh. Gotta make the noise, you know. The shoop. The shoop noise. Coming in there, we've got a big old trunk. You almost can't see it because it's just getting close to being so close to dark. So, Demon Den, did your name start with an E? Was it like Edward or something like that? Or Edmund? Was that what it was? It looks kind of like a mess back there, but that's okay. It's a forest. Mm-hmm. Maybe another one here coming straight on down. There. Sense of a big trees right on the side of the road. I think this one to. There we go. And maybe get some more bushes. I'm just going to bring them out here, and I'll come in with some different colors, maybe. Up close, you might actually notice what the colors are on them. We'll just take some of this brown. We'll put it in there. How's my some heavy body? Oh, these are actually semi-transparent paints. All right. Come over and use some of this. I'm kind of using some Zilron Crimson over here, just to change some flavor, some colors. Looks red. It is red. Huh. Of course, what other color would Zilron Crimson be, huh? So you can see, if you've watched from the whole beginning, you see how the color blocking and blocking the colors in, and how that not, and just putting more details at the back side. And so, yeah. See, do I got any green here? No, my green's all pretty hardened up. But we can take some of this yellow here and add it in there. Okay, what do we got coming on over here? Do I want to do any more on that? Maybe we'll put a line in. Would that be annoying if I put in a yellow line here? I think we'll go with this color instead. This would be where the yellow line is. Coming that way. There. Technically, you wouldn't see that, but adding some different colors in here that have light, shoring up the light. Where's the putting a little light on here in it there. That. Oh boy. I might come in and do a different brush to do some other work here. I don't know. Maybe, no, I don't think so. I think we're just gonna stick with just using a finer tip brush. I'm kind of liking how this is. I'm just gonna put some color in here. It's gonna shine through. When it dries and all that, it's gonna dry up pretty transparent. It's gonna sort of trying to add some complexity to it, just a little bit, some little details. I'm coming up on 51 minutes. Of course, I had to take about 5 or 6 minutes of breaks in order to operate a remote control for somebody and get their TV show back on. And there. All right. Anyways, I like this. Let's see. Kind of filling in the gaps here with some some yellow ochre into this tree. So if you like actually look at how, welcome Pippo. I'm just working on this happy little tree here. Working on the happy trees. I do not have any green to use, so it's fine. I'm going to come in and go back over this with a little of this silver on crimson. Darken the colors up. It is silhouetted after all, so yes, I got to beat the devil out of the brush. You know, I did a video like that. I have one on my channel page. It's in my long play video selection, I believe, to beat the hell out of that brush. Yeah. Because Bob Ross is like one of my favorites. You gotta beat the hell out of that brush. And come in down on this one too. Just to... This painting is actually has more light in it than that one does. So you might be able to see more. But you know what? We're not doing realism. We're just doing a practice painting. Working out of, your imagination and exercising whatever's going on in imagination land. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There he goes. There. Beat the hell out of the brush. But you know what? I have a xylophone I can beat on. A little mini, it's a 1-octave xylophone. But of course, there's people going to sleep now, so I probably shouldn't be beating on a xylophone at this hour. Anyways, I think it's pretty cool. So, I got the car. We got the road surface. We got some of these details back here. We have the sun with its brightness of it. And it looks like there's some clouds back in there too. Some variations, some color variation. All right. I think we're just going to go back and apply a bit more watercolors to it, maybe. Or maybe we'll come in and... So this is 999 show. Live art. And this is primary magenta. I probably should clean the brush off first before I start cross-contaminating my paint colors. I'm going to just bring this in kind of in the foreground a little bit. It does add a little bit of light to the situation. because there are these are transparent paints, and this little sign here shows that it is a transparent paint. This yellow is more transparent than this is, but yeah, we don't want to spill this stuff because this stuff is pretty expensive. Mm-hmm. You know, if I go in here over this with some blue, what will it do? It'll darken things up, make it more purpley. Yeah, I think I might do that. We'll just do a sampling of it right here with this primary cyan. And so before I even started, I took the car and I painted it with this primary cyan so I could just go paint over the top of it, because with watercolors, yeah, this is going to work. Make it sort of a darker colors. And when it dries, it'll dry up a bit darker. All those other colors will just sort of blend in and get more of like a holographic effect. I like the fact that this was perfectly manageable of a paint job to do. You know, despite the fact that I didn't tape the paper down. It's got all those variations of colors in there. If on Sunday afternoon, if it's not raining, I'm going to be hauling my easel outdoors, and I'll be doing an outdoor painting. I think I'm going to take this thing and bring it all the way down here, so like that. Like there's more tree than is right underneath here. That's good. It's up close. And I haven't really done a forest landscape for a long time. I've been working on watercolors a lot since January, and now it's June practically. It's June. And so, what have we got going here? Don't think I want to add, maybe we'll add some of this in here. Just clean the brush off and mix up. Adding the color, so it's like a rock face. That's kind of how I kind of reimagine this. Just reimagine it as a rock face. forest over there and a retaining wall or something like that. Anyways, I'm almost done. I'm just going to take this color and put it into the road. Looks like I didn't need my hairdryer at all. Let's see how it works there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe a little bit more in here. Yeah, I think so. That's right. Yeah. Or maybe just call it quits. What do you think? Mm-hmm. And so I'm going back to watercolors here. Just kind of putting a little bit more in the skyline there. Maybe a bit more over here. A bit more over here. More colors in. Another little bit of a layer. Big sky. Big sky. And so we're just using this motion in here to get a sense of the randomness of the clouds up here. You know, if it doesn't work out, that's fine too. Mm-hmm. You need to beat the hell out of that brush. F and A, yep. F and A. Better suck that color out of that well. There. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm starting to come into a place. I'm going to put that lens flare right on that, in that little ring area there, to just be like when I'm handling my knives, you know, like for cooking and stuff. I always hold it hold it down on the blade, because you get more control if you hold a knife down on the blade like that. You get a whole lot more control when you're like chopping and cutting and so forth. And I wonder, huh? What is this? I can do a live short? What does that do? If I hit that button there? Huh. Okay. A 49-second clip was added. That's interesting. While this live is happening, we're just going to add a little bit more of this light in here. That looks actually pretty cool. come back in some of this darker colors. Yeah. There we go. I think that looks pretty cool, don't you? There. Go around the tree there, so it's kind of in the background. That's the beauty of like combining acrylics and watercolor together. You can come back in and you can get a sense of that this is against that this is there, it's against that. The background is showing through. There. Yeah, let's try that button again. So yeah, kind of moving in there, yeah, we get that background in. That haziness. There must have been a wildfire the day that I took that picture. Coming up over there. Just darken things up a bit. There's a lot of energy in this guy. It looks pretty good though. I like it. What if we put some more of this in here? In the rock face. It adds just a little bit of light into it by doing this. Come back and maybe we'll go back into this Prussian blue and add another layer of Prussian blue on it. You know, you can almost hear the brush strokes. Whew. All I need is 6 more subs on Tools of Fortune and I can start live streaming on that channel too. We do have another channel, but it's not art, it's a tarot channel. I'm going to make this more like a, maybe it is more like a tree there. What do you think? Has more of that, yeah, kind of does look that way. There's some vegetation there. There's kind of a wall of something. A wall of, yeah, nondescript colors. All right. You know, I'm going to do one last detail. So, like and sub if you like my content. If not, that's okay. You don't have to like my content. I'm going to add a, like it's a sci-fi landscape, and there's another, maybe an orb off in the background. Just a light thing. Just like that lens flare in the photo. So we're just going to be adding in this little bit of an orb here. Is it another sun? Is it a UFO? It could be. It could be all those things. Come back in and add a little bit more of this light in. Maybe a little of this fluid acrylic too. This is a fluorescent chartreuse. And just add that around in here. It's all kind of translucent. All kind of, you can see through it here. It's there or it's not there. Only a trained eye can see that there's this other thing that is here in the sky. And come in, we're going to add in a little of this light right on here. Maybe a little bit more of this light on here too. Just add it in. Just a little bit. All right, one thing more. This is a fluid, high flow fluid acrylic, titanium white. I really love these paints. For certain types of work anyway. I'm going to put this in here. Just ring that around there. Make the finishing touches on the UFO or the second sun in the sky. I might have just ruined the whole thing. Maybe I just ruined it. What do you think? Let's see what happens. I put it in here. Add a little light in here. A little bit in here. Lightens up the surface. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. White Cliff, welcome. 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 What do you think? You know, this picture, White Cliff, was taken near where you used to live. This part is actually in Sheridan. This is in Sheridan. This picture was taken in the territory of Sheridan. Yeah, all this in here is right into here is Savage Road. So right parallel to there, this is Savage Road coming down here. And then there is right back here is a little lumber mill. Yeah. You remember that spot? Yeah. So that's coming right out of Sheridan. And then Wilhelmina's over the hill over there is Wilhelmina. And then over that mountain is Lincoln City. Back that way. Yeah. Good memories, man. Hey, I'm gonna call it a night here. I've been on for an hour and 16 minutes. I did lose about 15 minutes. Lose 15 minutes of painting time while operating a remote control for someone. We don't know how to do that, but anyways, that's all I got for tonight. I'm gonna be back on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Pacific time, and I'm going to be interviewing this lady, and We're going to be talking about animal consciousness. And so, yeah, Lincoln City. I love Lincoln City. It's been a while since I've been, but I love Lincoln City. Actually, I like Pacific City better, but you know, Lincoln City is good too. There's good food down there, and Pacific City's more beautiful. And one day when I hit the multi-million-dollar jackpot, then I'll buy a property in Seaside, and then I can touch my ancestors because I had so many ancestors and people that lived in Seaside. Oh, you're going there tomorrow to Lincoln City. Good, good. Yeah, I need to go. I haven't made it at all. I haven't been to the coast at all for like 6 months. Anyways, that's all I got for you. Yes, and Pacific City has a better vibe. I live way closer to Pacific City than I do to Lincoln City. Yeah, way closer to Pacific City. It's like, I don't know, like 15 miles or something like that. 15, 20 miles tops to Pacific City, and a lot further to Lincoln City. But yeah. All right, good night. Thank you very much for everyone who are pushing the like button, and blessings and peace to you, and for everyone to hanging out in the chat. Thank you, White Cliff. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Demoden Mashups. Thank you, Amen. Thank you, Farley. Thank you, everyone, for sharing this night with me. And you guys have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.